welcome back to MAPOP Sports. This is Grandy, and I got my daughter here. She just wanted to say hello to everybody. Say hi.
Look at my nails.
Yeah.
I made them.
So she's gonna be doing some sports cards opening with me. Obviously, we're gonna be recording that. I'm not exactly sure we're gonna do that quite yet, so we'll figure that part out as the year comes around, and towards the end of the year we'll definitely be opening some boxes. I definitely wanted to talk a little bit about shipping today, a little bit more. I know I've done some videos about this, but it's come to my attention. United States Postal Service sometimes don't listen. So I don't know if you guys know this. So if you guys are, sending cards on eBay, so they have the eBay, shipping method, the ESA. So ESA, eBay shipping something envelope. That's what it is. Okay. So they do have a tracking system. And it helps, the seller who's selling, the low end sports cards. So if you're selling them and you're shipping them on a, plain white envelope, it's a good thing because it's like 63 cents or something like that, right? However, you do sell some cards that are a little high end, or maybe they have patch or a little bit thicker than normal cards. I highly recommend paying the 3-ounce fee. So if you go into your eBay system, you put 1 ounce, shipping is like 63 cents. I think there's a 2 ounce and then there's a 3 ounce, and a 3 ounce is like $1.11. The cool thing about, supposedly the cool thing about this was the United States Postal Service are supposed to not machine this thing, so it's supposed to bend. I even wrote on here, do not machine, do not bend. And what did they do? They machined it. I had a card returned to me, and I could tell they machined it. How do I know? Is because this was a patch card, and I see exactly where it bends. So if you guys aren't aware, I guess you're gonna have to write it on both sides of the envelope. But if you're not aware, the 3-ounce one is the $1.11 one. They're not supposed to machine it. They're supposed to handle it and sort it. Now, if you're unaware of what does it mean when it gets machined by the United States Postal Service? This freaking envelope goes into a machine, just so I don't know if you guys can see here. It literally bends this much. So your card needs to be able to bend this much. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. So when they machine it, I don't know if you guys have seen it, it goes, it slides right through and it bends the card. Now on normal low end card, it doesn't really affect it too much because it's especially if you put it inside a card saver or whatever on that to protect it. So it goes really quick, but it still bends. Now, if you have the thicker cards like these, the patch cards, or even some auto cards that are kind of thicker, or the RPA cards, I highly recommend paying the $1.11. And USPS, please do better. When I put this, do not machine, do not bend, I paid the additional fees. Please do not machine, do not bend it. I had to refund them. It is what it is. I know technically it's not my fault. Technically it's not the customer's fault, but I'm going to refund them because, I want to make sure that they are happy, and it just sucks. But just so you guys are aware of that, I don't know if I've ever mentioned that or not. But like I said, a $1.11 one, it's supposed to be non-machine, supposed to be, if you write and don't bend on that, they're not supposed to do that. And then, like I said, on top of that, just so you guys know, that was the biggest thing that I don't know if I've ever told you guys, or if anybody even knows, when you send it through the United States Postal Service on these regular plain white envelopes, it literally bends this much, guys. You got to make sure it can bend that much, okay? Just a FYI on that. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about, the current stand, I guess, place in regards to sports cards on football wise. I know football season just beginning. And right now, who are the hot cards? What are the hot cards I am buying or purchasing or investing in? I guess you can say I'm not really investing. It's just inventory wise for me. And obviously, if nobody knows, Brock Purdy, his cards has gone back up, because this is what usually happens. So at the beginning, right before the NFL season starts, all cards, quarterbacks, all hype, everything pushes their card values up. As soon as the season starts, everybody, even Patrick Mahomes or whoever, you'll see a dip. And the reason being is because they're waiting to see how they do in the season, and all the hype and the anticipation has kind of worn away. So right now it's about 3 weeks into the NFL season, and you'll see a lot of cards have technically plummeted, especially football cards, the football cards I'm talking about. So who am I still looking to get? Right now, you just kind of look throughout the season. In my eyes, there's always that anticipation if somebody's going to do well or not. So I think there's going to be a second bump in the middle to the later part of the season. So if you're looking to, I wouldn't even say this is a good time to buy. I would actually wait till about probably for the playoff run, because you guys will see an increase of value of, I feel like that I've seen is quarterbacks and some types of wide receivers, but primarily quarterback guys. It's a quarterback league, it's a quarterback industry in regards to sports cards. So once the playoff run is getting pushed, that's when you're going to look to see who you're going to start, purchasing or invest in, or technically even raise prices. I would keep an eye. I mean, I have thousands and thousands of cards listed, so I'm not going to be able to just go in individual, but you can technically go and search, specific players. So let's just say, the end of the season, we don't know what's going to end up happening, but let's just say towards the end of the season, something happens and Trevor Lawrence cards, you're wondering, should I invest in him? Or let's take, for instance, right now, let's just say Mac Jones right now, Patriots. We don't know where they're going to be at the end of the season. His cards is kind of dipped and everything. Let's just say he gets hot. Let's just say the Patriots are making a playoff run. They may make the playoffs, and who knows how far they're going to get. This is what I'm going to actually do. And is if I see that happening, I wouldn't mind. I'll search some of his cards that I have listed, because I have hundreds of his cards probably listed, raw slabs. I would look at the slabs first. I would look at some patches first and just kind of see where I am on the pricing. Because as I said, the anticipation for the playoffs and the playoff run, you will see some increase on those, and you want to adjust your prices accordingly. You don't want to get killed in regards to, let's just say you have a slab out there for 10, 15, 20 bucks, and all of a sudden, if you look at the recent comps, it's technically going for like 40, 50 bucks. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye out on that. And especially when you're doing shows, because I'm going to be doing in-person shows, you want to make sure you're priced accordingly. So with the playoff run, that's just football wise. So basketball season coming up, I'll do another video about that, because my daughter right here, she's a huge basketball fan. What are we looking forward to? Steph Curry, the Warriors. As you guys seen, I'm going to do a quick video about what's going on with the Milwaukee Bucks, as Dollar Dame got traded over there. Him and the Greek Freak, that's going to be interesting. So I'll talk about that in my sports video. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of heads up. Shipping issues that I kind of ran into. It's just kind of what my mindset is for the football sports cards wise, and what I'm going to be looking to do. And then obviously I'm going to be looking as basketball season's coming up here in a couple weeks. So once that starts happening, you'll see an increase of interest into the basketball cards. So there you guys go. Other than that, stay tuned. I'll do more content, do more video, I'll do behind the scenes. I'm just trying to get my office and just kind of shipping area situated, and I'll kind of show you guys what I do and how I do things, and see if it's even something that you guys can give me tips that I can do better at. So other than that, man, you guys like this shit, subscribe.